Hey guys, this is Kevin from Jaztime.com. Jaztime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you want to know the price of the watch, simply click on the links in the description below. We'd greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch from Jaztime.com once in a while. So today we're going to be reviewing the Rolex Cellini Moonphase. This is the model number 50535. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, or rather strap, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Alright, so jumping right into the dial here, we have a beautiful white lacquer dial, rose gold hour markers in an index style form with the Rolex crown logo at the 12 o'clock position. The rose gold that Rolex uses is the 18 karat Everose gold, as they call it, and that's because the rose gold color that you see here, even on the case, bezel, and the crown as well, will last. That coloration will last throughout its lifetime because Rolex uses a special mix of precious metals together, mainly platinum being one of them, to help keep that permanent rose gold status, and there will be no fading over time. Whereas other watch brands do a more reddish rose gold, that color will tend to fade over time, over the years, whereas the Rolex is nice and quality and will keep that nice pink gold color throughout its lifetime. Same could be said about the hands as well. We have sword style hands, as Rolex calls it, a double-edged sword. You can see very nice tippage of the hour hand and the minute hand as well. We have a central seconds hand as well, ticking away, and we also have an addition of this sort of blue hand with a crescent moon tipped. And the reason for the crescent moon tip is because the date is actually on the circumference of the dial. You can see the Arabic numerals starting from the 1 all the way around to the 31, and it's sort of being caressed by that lunar moon tipping the crescent moon there. At the 6 o'clock position, we have a blue enamel disc with the full moon and the new moon. The full moon being the moon set in the nice meteorite coloration there, and the full moon just being a simple silver disc circle there. And I'll show you how to adjust that in a second. But this specifically for this moon phase, there's no other dial colors you can get this in. Rather, I wouldn't want any other dial colors, as this white works very beautifully with the contrasting of that blue enamel disc. That rose gold actually adding a nice little touch of shine to the face of the dial, but not overpowering it. As you can see from the index, it just pops just enough, and the sword hands themselves just add a little accent to it as well. And the Rolex crown logo at the 12 o'clock position, as I mentioned, and the Rolex name printed text underneath that as well. We're going to go ahead and move on to the bezel now. The bezel is a double bezel, so it's an 18 karat Everose gold double bezel. Double bezel meaning that they did two styles of bezels on this watch. They have a very thin domed high polished bezel for the first part of the bezel. You can see helps sort of encapsulate the dial with that same sort of shape, and then it's followed up by a nicely delicately fluted second bezel underneath that nice high polished circular high domed bezel. So interesting style of bezeling. This is specific to the Ceillini watch. So you know, with the date, like something like the Datejust line, you would see a fluted bezel or just a smooth bezel. You only could have the choice of one or the other. The Ceillini, you can have the best of both worlds. You can have that nice shine, that consistent shine from just that smooth dome bezel, and then you can have the nice glittering of shine from the fluted bezel as well. As you tilt it against the light, you have that additional shine popping from the fluted portions while keeping that nice consistent shine from the smooth portion. Alright, we're going to go ahead and move on to the case now. The case size is a 39mm case size, so about 1 millimeter smaller than typical Rolex sports pieces like the Submariner and such. This is more in the size of something like the Explorer 1, which is also a 39mm. So from my index finger to my thumb here, that's 39mm in diameter. From the side profile, I'll show you that now. You can see it's a little bit thicker than a normal Rolex watch, mainly because of the complication of having the additional moon phase and some of the crown functions that I'll show you when we move on here in a second. And you'll also notice on this side of this casing, on this nice high polish of it, you'll see this little circular indicator here. Now, circular indicator right here is actually a pusher to be able to adjust the moon phase at the 6 o'clock position. And I'll go ahead and show you how that works now. So this is what I have in my hand here. This comes with the Rolex Moonphase Cellini. So those YouTube comments saying, "Oh, don't touch the watch with this." This is a tool specifically made for the Ceillini, and this is to actually just press that presser there, and it'll be able to adjust the moon phase. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that now. So right now, the moon phase indicator starts at the 12 o'clock position. There's a little Everose gold arrow at the very 12 o'clock position of that sub-dial. You'll see that the full moon is about to come up to that position. We're going to go ahead and actually adjust that full moon, the meteorite full moon, up to that position. So we're going to locate that little presser there, and just 1, 2, 3, 4, until it's almost aligned or nicely aligned. You can actually adjust it from the crown side now. So go ahead and unwind that crown counterclockwise as shown. We're going to pull it out to the final position, and actually we're going to go ahead and just sort of shift the hands bidirectionally until it's nicely aligned with the 12 o'clock position sub-dial. And there we are. So now the indicator is pointing at a full moon at the specific sub-dial. And the significance of that, or the relevance of that, is that you can actually look at a online lunar calendar, and you can now adjust it from whatever position the moon is currently. So let's just say the moon is currently in the waning phase. Waning phase meaning that the shadows cover a specific start to cover the moon and convert it into a new moon. You're going to go ahead and just use the tool again on the presser, and then you'll be able to adjust, and you'll see that the circular disc underneath at the 6 o'clock position starts to move up towards that 12 o'clock position. And that means that the moon is currently waning until it finally gets to the new moon being indicated by the silver disc there. And then continuing on means that the moon is now waxing, meaning that the light is now beginning to recover the moon and convert it back to the full moon. So that's how you use that specific the moon phase technology on this watch. So pretty interesting thing, and that's what also makes the watch a little bit thicker, and I'll show you that again. So you can see a little bit thicker, kind of like an Oreo almost, because of that extra complication of being able to work that moon phase. Now, for the specific crown functions, I just want to show you the crown. This is not the typical Rolex crown. This is actually a flared screw-down winding crown. So you can see it's flared out. That means it's a little bit larger outwards. And then you can unwind it counterclockwise, and I'll show you that counterclockwise. And in the standard position, specifically for the Ceillini, it has something very special about the movement for the Ceillini. It actually can be wound in both directions, whereas typical Rolex watches, you would just wind it clockwise very easily, but in the Ceillini you can actually go both ways, which is interesting enough. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to make use of the quick hour jump system. So you see just the hour hand moves independently of the minute hand, and you can easily just jump to whichever hour you'd like, whatever you please. But of course, obviously keep your eye out for the additional central hand here. Like I said, the crescent moon tipped central hand will actually adjust the date on the outer edge, as 2 revolutions is obviously a 24-hour period, allowing you to adjust the date very quickly, very easily in 2 revolutions of the hour hand. Pulling the crown out to the final position will allow you to adjust the hands bidirectionally as shown. You can see just your standard watch setting. And of course, this always stops the seconds hand. You can see the seconds hand has stopped right before the 6 o'clock position, and that allows for precise time settings, such as to an atomic clock online. You can set it down to the exact seconds. Pressing the crown back in, you'll see the seconds hand start up once more, and you always want to make sure to screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as you want to keep your watch water resistance and nice and protected. The water resistance for the Ceillini, you're looking at a 50 meters or 165 feet. All right, moving on to the strap now. As you can see, black is a black leather strap, or specifically a black alligator leather strap. shown here is where the clasp is located. Actually, it looks like a tang style buckle, but it's actually not. The tang style is actually how you set the individual placement of the hole for the deployment, so that way you can adjust for your wrist. Specifically, 7.5-inch wrist is standard, so it's at the farthest position, which is a 7.5-inch, and then you can set it down, with the individual holes for a much tighter fit. And we move on to the other side as well, so you can take a full view of that beautiful black alligator leather strap. Not too much tapering from the lugs downward. You can see it's just a very minor taper. Okay, and then what I meant by the deployment, as we move on to the clasp now, looking at the Rolex logo and of course the whole rose gold setting there, you can just go ahead and simply pull that off, and there we are. The deployment style buckle, or rather a folding style buckle, and then you can see the Rolex logo embossed onto a high polished rose gold clasp blade there. So you can see the watch fully opened up. I'll go ahead and turn this around. You can see that fully opened, both sides. And then closing is very simple, very easy. There we are. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the movement now. So I'm going to show you the case backing. Very nice domed case backing with sort of fluted edge teeth on the outer edge of it. Specifically, the movement is a 3195 movement. It's an in-house made movement by Rolex themselves. It's a perpetual mechanical self-winding movement with precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day, meaning it's within Swiss specs, and then retested with Rolex's own testing methods, and it becomes a precision of the -2 + 2 seconds a day, because the typical COSC certification is about -4 + 6, but Rolex takes that step beyond and makes it a -2 + 2. The functions of the movement itself is a center hour, minute, and seconds hand, with the changing of the date from the quick hour jump system that I've shown you with the crown functions, and additionally the ability to set the moon phase as well. The power reserve of this Ceillini is a 48-hour power reserve, meaning you can put this watch down a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Sunday afternoon, and it'll be keeping time just fine. Alright, now let me actually go ahead and show you this watch on my wrist. Alright, so there you are. As I mentioned, 7.5-inch wrist is the standard for this band. You can see it's still kind of loose on me. I do have an average man-sized wrist of a 7-inch wrist, and you can see that Ceillini is just absolutely gorgeous. The white lacquer dial with that simple contrast of the 6 o'clock position subdial, that blue enamel with that meteorite popping just a little bit nicely on that 6 o'clock position. And again, that rose gold looks absolutely gorgeous, and it's not too overpowering on the dial itself. It's nicely framed by the high polished lugs on the outer edge of the casing. And like I said, got fluted bezel picking up nice light from different portions, and also being held together by that nice smooth lighting overall from the domed portion of that bezel. You can see that black alligator leather strap. Like I said, it doesn't really have too much of a tapering to it, but it fits comfortably, fits very nicely, and it's very easy to use. As you just saw, I can just open it up and then take off the watch as so, and just snap it back on. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at jaztime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer a 1-year warranty. If you like the videos, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jaztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jaztime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.